seriously? I'm now raising 4 kids, right? Look at all this. And if anyone says anything negative,
wow.
look at this shit. Like, this is a lot of food. And I have to feed 4 kids with all this. And I am not ashamed that I'm on food stamps to do this. And I don't think anyone that does use food stamps should be ashamed that they're on them. It's very helpful, especially when you're in a position like I am where you're sick with very bad health problems and you need the extra help.
Yeah, so no one should be ashamed of getting food stamps unless they, are able to work and buy the food themselves. And if they're not just having kids just to get on the food stamps. So yeah, you shouldn't be ashamed if you really need the help. If you don't need the help, then yeah, you should be ashamed because it should be for someone else. And in her case, she said she's sick, she's not able to work. So yeah, she needs the assistance. So people do, come down on people and when they're getting food stamps when they really don't deserve it. But in this instance, it sounds like she said, we don't know, but she says she's sick. She has 4 kids. It sounds like she said from different fathers and they're not helping. So yes, she needs the assistance. She needs the food stamps to take care of her kids. We can say, hey, you got to go out there and work, and maybe she gets a job and it's not paying her enough to feed her kids and to keep a roof over their head and keep clothes on their body. So yeah, if you really need it, it's there. It should be given to you. If you honestly can't work, you have 4, kids, in her case, 4 kids. Yeah, you need to. She needs her food stamps to buy food, and people complaining about they can't buy junk food anymore. Yeah, to buy food, real food, not junk food. Soda is like one of the worst things you can put in your body. Um, and all that sugar, that's not good for your kids. So you want to buy real food instead of junk food. And if anybody is able to work um, and buy food for themselves, then they should do it.
So for anyone out there that is ashamed to admit that they're on food stamps or they get government assistance, don't be. Because you have no reason to be. And if anyone judges you because you are, then fuck them. They don't know your story. They don't know your situation. They know nothing about your life. They just like to judge shit. So this is just me letting y'all know this is what it looks like to feed 4 kids as a single mom with no help from nobody other than food stamps.
Yeah, that's true. We don't know anybody's situation. We don't know if they're really sick, if they're really disabled. I'm just saying if they're not, then they should get out there and work and buy the food themselves. But if they are, really disabled and too sick to work, then that's what it's there for. But too many people are getting it that they don't need it, the food stamps. And when they do get it, they're buying junk food, which they don't need. You're making your kids sick. They're not going to say, hey, Mom, I don't want soda. I don't want this junk food. They're going to consume it, not knowing that it causes health problems like diabetes, cancer, and whatever, you know, high blood pressure and whatever else ailment that they can get from junk food. Please subscribe, share, and like. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.